Hello guys, in this video I'm going to be going over the differences between WordPress and Wix. So at the end of this video you should have a general overview of which of these two platforms, these two content management systems you should use whenever you have a web project. So we're going to start out with WordPress. So I'm just going to give you a general overview of WordPress, and then I'm going to give you a general overview of Wix. Then I'm going to give you my recommendations. So depending on the kind of projects that you're trying to create, you might want to go for WordPress over Wix, and sometimes you might want to go for Wix over WordPress. So we're going to start out with WordPress. So basically WordPress is divided into two. So we have two versions of WordPress, the one at wordpress.com and the one at wordpress.org. So the one at wordpress.org is actually a self-hosted version of WordPress, which means it's more like a software. So you have to upload it on a hosting account and you'll be able to use it there. Whereas the one on wordpress.com is more of a cloud-based form of WordPress. So this is like a company, wordpress.com. So they host WordPress for you and they help you do a lot of things. So there are many differences between wordpress.com and wordpress.org, but basically they are under the same software. So wordpress.com is more for someone that is not really focused on that doesn't really have technical skills. So if you don't really have technical skills, you can go for this, because the wordpress.com team take care of most of the technical stuff. So you just do things like create posts, create pages, and so on and so forth. So it's really simple to use and it's quite beautiful. I'm going to check out the pricing plans so you get an idea of how much it costs you. So as you can see, they have 4 basic plans. They have the personal, premium, business, and e-commerce. So the most popular one is premium, which is $8 a month. So for $8 a month, you have access to build a website, use a custom domain. So there are a lot of things here. So one problem with WordPress.com is the limitations. So you're always going to have limitations, like certain things you can do. For example, when you're using the basic $4 plan, you can't remove WordPress ads, you can't use unlimited themes. So there are a lot of limitations using WordPress.com, but it's basically for someone that doesn't really want to do a lot of technical stuff, just basic posting. Whereas WordPress.org is the software version of WordPress. So what you do with this is you download this and upload it in your host and install WordPress there. And one good thing about WordPress.org is that's the open source version of WordPress. The software it's not limited, so you have everything. So everything that's being offered over here for the highest plan or any of these plans, you can also access them here for free. So you don't pay money for WordPress.org, and it actually is very free. So you can actually use WordPress.org for almost anything. You're building any kind of website, you're building a shop, e-commerce, you're building a company website. So you can actually use WordPress.org for anything. WordPress.com is somewhat limiting, so you can't really do everything. It's mostly for people that just have simple blogs and all. So I'm going to give you a general overview of WordPress.org. So I've installed WordPress.org on this domain here. So this is how WordPress.org looks like when you install the software on your host. So this is Namecheap. So I bought a hosting account. Hosting account goes for like $18 a year or $20. So it depends on the hosting company you're going with. So it's quite cheap. So you just pay 1 year fee and you keep using the website for almost a full year for just $20. Whereas compared with you using something like WordPress.com, you have to pay $8 every month, which is if you do the calculation, the estimation, this will save you more money, and you have all the options, all the features here. Just that this is more technical, so you have to do things like installing plugins, appearances. So basically WordPress.org, that's the open source version, is actually more better, and it's the best option you can go for. So if you're trying to create a website on WordPress, you just come over to themes. So it works like this: you get a theme from a third-party website like Theme Forest. So there are a lot of marketplaces where you can get themes. So if you're trying to create a business website, you have to get a business theme and upload the theme over here. So when you upload the theme, you have access to customize it and all that. We're not really going to go in depth into that, but it's quite simple. So, and WordPress comes with a lot of free themes, so you can install any of these free themes and you create a website. And one more thing is WordPress has, like, they're moving more to page builder kind of layout now. So if you want to create a website, you actually have to install something like Elementor or Divi. So there are a lot of page builders. So WordPress is actually very big. It's not just for making simple websites. You can use it to create backends for complex softwares. You can use it to create simple websites also. So it's quite big and it requires a lot of experience. That if you're going with this version of WordPress, but if you're going with something like WordPress.com, you don't really need much experience with web design and all. So that's basically it for WordPress. It's what it is. It's robust. You can use it for almost anything. So we're going to take a look at Wix. So as you can see, Wix is more for simple version of WordPress, I'd say. Like it's just like a version of WordPress without all the extra features, just simple layouts. So you just simply drag and drop stuff, and it's very simple. You don't need any form of programming or any form of CSS or anything like that. With Wix, you can build anything that you want. Basically simple stuff: online stores, music website, portfolios. Yeah, but when you get to things like directories or things like has to do with scripts, Wix, it's a big no. So Wix is very limited to the themes. That's the themes you see here, the templates here, and you can't really do anything. Like, you can't do much with this except for more presentation kind of content. So if you're a video director and you just want a portfolio, you can use this. If you're a business, you can use this. But when it comes to things that are dynamic, like a registration portal or any form of technical stuff, you can't really use Wix. As you can see, it says start here with a free HTML website template. So they're mostly focused on static stuff. So if you have a static website that doesn't have much content that changes, like let's just say the highest thing you do with it is just selling products or uploading pictures, then you can go for Wix. But when it comes to complex stuff, then you can't really do that. So I'm just going to click on get started here, and I'm going to create an account so I can show you how Wix works. So Wix is very simple. Like I said before, you don't really have a learning curve. Like, the learning curve is very straightforward. So I'm going to sign up here. I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to continue after I'm done with this registration, because it's very straightforward. Okay guys, so after you create an account, you're going to have access to this layout. So you just simply click on create a new site, and it's going to open another tab for that. So Wix is very straightforward. So you're just going to select what kind of website you want to create. So if you want to create a photography kind of website, you just click on photography, and it's just going to walk you through several steps. So here you're going to select the template. So there are a lot of pre-built templates. That's why I said Wix is very straightforward. It's just for creating simple stuff, not for creating dynamic kind of content, which WordPress is very good at. So I'm just going to play around with one of these. I'm going to view this first, and I'll click edit here also. So it gives you to edit the sites. Okay, let's see. So we're just going to look at the editor, and then I'll check out the pricing of Wix. Then I'll compare that with WordPress. So this is basically how the website looks. So as you can see, Wix is also mobile responsive. So okay, I think it's not being okay. This is how you get it to be mobile responsive. You click on this icon. So this is the mobile version. So as you can see, Wix is mobile responsive. So you can design a website for both mobile and PC and all that. So let's take a look at the editor over here. And off the bat, they're going to give you a video. So Wix has a lot of videos. So whatever you like to do, you can actually learn. And as you can see, this is a drag and drop builder. So you can edit text with this. You can add stuff. I'm not really going to go in depth in this, but I just want to show you it's possible. So Wix is quite simple, straightforward. Just a website and you have tools to edit, so you don't really have extra features that much. So you can connect to a mailbox, you can connect to a domain, so you buy custom domain. So there are a lot of stuff here, but basically, like I said, Wix is mostly for creating simple websites. So we're going to check out the pricing. So I'm going to log out now, log out, and we're going to check the subscription. So I'm going to click this also. Just going to close these tabs, we don't need these anymore. Okay, so this is the pricing plan for Wix, and as you can see, they have 4 plans, just like WordPress.com. And their basic plan gives you 1 gig bandwidth. If you don't know what bandwidth is just the amount of data that you're allowed to serve over your server. Then we have storage 500 MB. Then you can connect a domain. So this is actually good, because for the basic plan you can connect a domain. On WordPress.com you can't really connect the domain on the basic plan. You have to upgrade to the next one, which is $8. So, but you would have ads on this. So Wix would display ads, and there are a lot of stuff here, but this is the most popular plan. This is $12 a month. So this is basically just almost the same kind of pricing with WordPress.com, and it gives you almost the same kind of value, I'd say, because WordPress.com is also limited. So the only option here is WordPress.org. So when you have WordPress.org and you host it yourself, you have unlimited you have any restrictions when you're creating your own website, so you can create almost anything. But Wix and WordPress.com, that's the cloud version of WordPress, they are very limited to just static websites and e-commerce stores or simple stuff like that. So that's basically it for Wix. So I'm going to give you my suggestions now, my recommendations. So if you're trying to build a website that is just static, doesn't really have much content that's going to be changing over time, you can go for Wix, or you can go for WordPress.com. But I would suggest Wix if you're a beginner. So if you're a beginner, you don't really know anything about website design, but you just want to set up something quickly, you can go with Wix. And if you're more advanced, you can go with something like WordPress.com. And if you're trying to build a store, like a store, and you know the store is going to expand over time, you're going to have thousands of products, I'd suggest you go with either you go with WordPress.org, set up the software on a hosted account, maybe you can pay somebody to do that for you, or you go with WordPress.com highest plan, which is the e-commerce plan. So you can just go with this e-commerce plan here, which is $45 a month, and they're going to take care of everything for you. So it really depends on your budget and your needs and what you can handle. But basically, these 2 platforms, they are the best for web design as of 2020. And I didn't really go in depth into WordPress. WordPress is actually quite bigger. Wix is just more for static kind of websites. So I hope with that you should be able to decide on which of these 2 softwares you can go for. If you have any questions, you can ask via the comment section below. Please remember to like the video and subscribe to our channel for more WordPress kind of content, and I'll see you in the next video.